If you work with big spreadsheets, then there's a few tips you need to know. For example, if I've got headers there, let's call it header 1. Let's just drag this a bit, so now I've got 9 headers. The moment when I'm starting to scroll down, I can't see these headers anymore. So that's a problem. So you can freeze this. So even if I've got numbers here on the left hand side, the same principle. When I scroll to the right, you can't see the numbers. So now you can use a function called freeze panes to freeze this. So how this works, the place where I'm standing when I'm clicking on freeze panes, that is where it will freeze it. So it will freeze everything on the left hand side and everything on top. So if I'm standing on B2 and I go to freeze panes and I click on freeze, then you'll see when I'm scrolling down, you'll still see the headers. When I'm scrolling left, you will still see the rows. So even if I do there, if I just go to freeze panes, I take it off and I click on that again, can you see everything there is now frozen? The same with this. So everything on the left and everything on the right. So the same principle will be there if I select the whole row. So now everything on the left and everything on top. So at this stage there's nothing on the left. So if I click on freeze panes now, just everything on top will be frozen. And exactly the same for my rows. Now there's nothing on top, so if I click that, then everything on the left will be frozen. So that is how you freeze panes. So that's important. If you work with big spreadsheets, then in some cases you need to split your information. So if I want to add a split there, so I'm selecting the row, I'm saying split. So can you see now I've split my spreadsheet in two. So I've even got 2 scrolls, where now you can see different parts of the spreadsheet and you can work from both of them. So if I put them both next to each other, you'll see exactly the same information. So even if I select the information and change it, then it will change on both sides. So we can take that off. We can put that split anywhere we want. So we've split columns now. We can split rows by selecting the row and just say split. So can you see now we've split that. And every split works on separate places. Unfortunately, you can only do one split at a time. So that is how you split information. So just to recap, always use freeze panes to freeze your information. When you work with big spreadsheets, you can split it. You can even insert totals then, because if I do a total there, then as you scroll down, you can still see your totals. So it's a nice thing to use.